can't even joke because people will take me seriously.
We would
There's
never
certain
take
things that I'm
advantage
not
like
allowed
that.
to joke
Andy,
about.
I have advantage weeks over there.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about that. Just everything. I have advantage. Why? Hold on.
Don't even say
always
it.
play
I think
a barbarian.
Just make statements and think about it later.
Yeah.
If it goes on much longer, I'm gonna have to institute a rule where you have to tell me why in
Or
about
you get
5
disadvantage.
seconds, or you get disadvantage. So that's just brewing in the back of my brain, just in case. Lovely. So who remembers what happened last time? Well, 2 weeks ago.
we killed a
We were trying
spider.
to get into a city. I can't remember the name of the city.
Yeah. So, for reference, you guys were. Yeah.
Oh, that was a risky shot.
So you're up here in Dunmore, where you fought some werewolves, saved a little halfling boy.
I'm still looking at the.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I meant to actually do that. Whoop, there you go.
Who got the boots of striding and springing?
I assumed you did.
I have a recollection of doing so, but I can't encode it. Let's have a look at my character sheet. That would help.
Usually.
I did.
You're level 6.
You're all level 7.
Fucking hell. Since when?
Since the end of last session.
Oh,
That was why me and Andy, me and Richard kept saying that we were level 8. Is because
level up.
we'd only just leveled up.
Remind me, is it 3 hit point dice?
You've had
1 hit point. Hit dice.
Sorry, Sam?
I had 25 minutes to do this while I was busy being late.
I didn't. No,
Roll a hit dice.
We were too busy talking about how much we hated you.
There you go. Add 6 to your total hit points.
See, Dan, if you said you were too busy talking about how much you hate the Tories, I might have believed you.
Wow.
Is that it?
Let me just check. For rogues, I can't remember if they get anything at level. Oh no, I think you guys get evasion at level 7.
Yeah, I think rogues get something every level.
Stupid rogues.
Right, hang on.
Let me find out. So I'm nearly there. Yeah, you guys get evasion.
I need to get the player's handbook open.
Let me paste it.
Is it pinned? There it is. Got it. Oh no, I don't have it.
There you
Does that give me advantage?
go. No. Actually, yes. Kind of. No. Basically, when there's a dex saving throw to avoid something, if you succeed, instead of taking half damage, you take no damage. If you fail, instead of taking full damage, you only take half damage.
I was really hoping it would be double.
Oh, oh I wish.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah. So yeah, with the aid of Herb's intrepid criminal contact, Tim Jips, you guys managed to sneak your way through the sewers towards the city centre of Verador. And that's where you were set upon by some nasty spiders in the sewers. You had a difficult fight, a lot of webs and such, but you triumphed. And upon looting the immediate area, you managed to find several cocoons of gooified liquid peoples in there. And in there, you managed to find some very nice boots of striding and springing, which I believe Garrow has now. And that's where we left off. And yes, you guys became level 7.
Oh yeah.
So, what are you doing? Are you just continuing on?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. So you guys continue on, And you're in the sewers for a little while. Tim Gyps takes a little bit to collect himself and shake himself off from his paralyzed terror from earlier. But yeah, he after 10 minutes just to collect himself, he continues down. You guys managed to extricate. You guys managed to extricate Zez, Bear, and Bronzeworth after like massive web. And yeah, you continue on. Eventually, you pass a few grates, which Tim Gyps just ignores. But then eventually you do come to one, which he does lead you up. And that's where you come up in to the streets of Verador. So it is early evening. You come up onto a side alley off a busy market street. As you come up, and you seem largely unnoticed by coming up. As you get onto the street proper, you can see just about the sea from where you are. But it's even though it's early evening, it is still bustling with people. There are people from most races that you know of. There are halflings, there are half orcs, there's humans and tieflings, and even a couple dwarves. And this is probably the most full place you've been around, excluding the Lost Saint camp. So you have been told that you need to meet up with Crag at the cathedral at some point, but it being early evening, Tim Gyps tells you about he knows a decent inn, which is probably the only inn that's gonna still have some space, because he tells you because of the sort of lockdown, with not very many people being allowed to leave / come in, or a lot of the taverns have been kind of just full to bursting of people, with not very many places to go. What are you guys doing?
I guess
Question.
head to the inn then.
Alrighty. All right then, lads. Let's see. It's a great deal. You got in this place. It's fantastic. He leads you on a winding path.
It's always been a pirate.
Yeah, he's kind of piratey, I swear. I think. Sure.
I mean, it's been a fortnight. I don't entirely remember, but I'm like, is he always a pirate?
He's a piratey boy. He hangs out on the docks. He's a dock man.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Sorry.
Yeah, because in my notes for Tim Gyps, I have I just have the words Tim Gyps, dock sweep, garlic dip, snappy dresser.
All of these are accurate.
Pirate boy. Yeah, so he leads you little winding ways through a lot of busy streets. And then he eventually takes you to some slightly more run-down areas, and he eventually takes you to a place which has a sign with a big man holding up a donkey, and he says, "Welcome to the Hanging Donkey," and he leads you inside, and there's a roaring fire. There is a couple people around. Mostly like dirty, like, and when I say dirty, not in a racist sense, but like in a literal hygiene sense, like dwarves and humans, and the odd
So
halfling.
also in the racist sense.
In the racist sense, kind of, everyone's equally
Dirty North.
dirty.
Bastard.
And he takes you to the front, onto the to the desk, and says to the barkeeper, "All right, lad. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you again. I need some rooms for me lads here, just to be staying for a bit." do us a deal, won't you? And they look you up and down. It's cantankerous looking old half orc, and he finally agrees to like 1 gold for all of you. Will be enough.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you guys are just chilling out in the inn then, unless you're doing something else.
What's a man got to do to get a drink around here?
All right. It's like Tim sort of ducks away for a little bit. He leaves you to it, and the barkeep says, sure. What'd you have?"
Have you got any mead?
Of course, we have fucking mead. And he just like plonks 5 flagons of mead just down on the bar. I assume you pay him, and yeah, you guys head off to your table, or like one of the spare tables.
Now,
can
when you
see-
say 5, I'm assuming one of those is for Tim Jip. Now, can Bear get a bowl of some description?
They oblige. Yeah, there is a bucket that he manages to empty out. You're not sure what was in the bucket previously, but yeah, no, they managed to find you something to put in there. Are you in bear form again?
Oh, yes.
Don't get your head stuck in the bucket because I've played with that character already.
Too late.
Yeah, dude, chilling out. After a little while, you guys are conversing, chatting. Tim Jips comes back, and he says, "Here you go, lads. You says you want a map, so I made you a map of the city proper."
I really hope Ed's actually drawn this by hand.
With his wrong hand. Oh my god, yes! It's so good!
Yes.
This is our official map now.
Keep in mind, Tim Jips is not an artist.
Did you write that
What are
with
you talking about?
Ed, did you write that with your left hand or something?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta fix
Absolutely
that.
called it, didn't they?
Oh, I'm gonna mark it with a KIT.
Yep. He's a dock sweep,
This is my
not a
favorite.
calligrapher.
This is my favorite thing ever.
Make it sound like he hasn't just presented us with art.
So as you can see, there's a Verador is a reasonably sized.
I love the piss town. It's just like the bottom there. Town.
Yeah, that's where you met Tim Jips. That's where he hangs out. Piss Town. It's a really cheap place.
And the really, really badly drawn boat.
No, it says
What?
docks.
There's no boat.
What's the thing?
That's
Oh,
a that's a
Is that
word.
a word? Sorry, is that a word?
That says the docks.
That says
says
docks, yeah. Or dicks, depending on how you read it.
Depending
no,
on what
it-
you want it to be.
No, the dicks.
Where
the
your
dicks
brain
is
is
above
at.
that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, the keep he drew it. It looks like a weird spiky penis.
Yep.
Everybody else has a spiky penis, right, guys? Right?
Yep. So yeah, you can see it's a big walled city. There's 3 main gates at the sort of western, eastern, and northern ends. There's Jade Wave Keep to the far west of the city, which is in its
So they're
own
full of
sort of
dicks?
walled. Yeah, it's full of dicks. Hee hee. The far eastern corner is just known as the Warrens, and upon clarification, Tim Jips tells you that it's full of kobolds who have sort of moved into a lot of the empty buildings. That used to be a really nice, affluent neighborhood, but when the plague hit 20 years ago, a lot of that just sort of cleared out. So the kobolds sort of moved in, squatted, and have just sort of built up and over and around and between everything.
They've
And
claimed
it's
adverse
basically-
possession.
Yeah, basically, it's just a dense mass of wood and metal and stone and bits and bobs. And that's actually where you're on the outskirts of right now. Um,
Oh, good.
but yeah, so that's for your reference. So you can see Tim Gibbs. He's got like a couple smudges on his cheek for where he's like been laboring over this for like the last hour, and he seems very proud of himself for it. He also informs you. So you says you need to get to a cathedral. Where the only cathedral we've got is it's just outside the keep. It's just a stone's throw away from there. So I can take you there in the morning. But you guys take it easy. I've got some folks to check in on, seeing as I'm in the city, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. And he bids you adieu, downs the rest of his mead, and heads out the door.
I refuse to believe someone like Tim Jeps would ever use the word adieu.
Wait,
He heard
I
it.
bid
wanna
you
make
all
myself fancy.
adieu.
just mispronounced it.
Yeah, exactly.
Adieu.
No, he just throw up, and you
It's a
pick
bit,
him doing that. He just go, I bid you, and throw up on the floor.
I mean, Andy, you know Tim Gibbs best. Is he generally just vomiting at most times of the day?
Yeah, he's too much garlic dip.
Garlic dip and mead is a potent combination.
So
Horrendous IBS.
my beer fizzed over a little bit, and then got beer on my breathalyzer stick from when I had a crash. I thought there was a certain irony there.
Guys, yeah. Hope they don't have to use that in retrospect.
Yeah, it's now soaked in beer.
Just, your breathalyzer smells a lot like beer.
Well, you see,
Funny
that's
story.
a funny story.
Lovely. So, are you guys doing anything? So yeah, you just got hanging out the inn for the night.
It's a good question.
Do we still have the werewolf kid with us?
Yeah, you've got Bronzeworth and Davy with you. Bronzeworth, Davy looks noticeably nervous around all the people in the inn. He has never seen more than probably 20 people at once, and so this trip through the city has really kind of shaken him. He didn't know there was that many people in the world, so he's kind of just like mind blown and very nervous in the company of all these strangers. And Bronzeworth is kind of sitting with him, just sort of like looking quite pleasant, just sort of looking around at everyone, meeting gazes, saying hello and waving at everyone he makes eye contact with.
Brilliant.
So yeah, you got them looking after as well. Mm-hmm.
Glorious.
Alrighty. You guys doing anything specific tonight, or are you just like partying and having an early night? Well, early-ish.
Partying and having an early night.
I mean, you can do both.
Just got to party really hard
Really
for a
hard.
short period of time.
No worries. Okay.
I think we should go out. We just fought a massive like beast. Let's go out and party. Let's do it.
You're
Party.
going
Alright.
to do this every time you nearly die.
I mean, I'm also an actor, so I very much love life in general.
They're
So,
leaving the pub.
let's go fucking party.
Party, 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 party.
Alright.
Just completely silent, no word, just bucket stuck on head. Like, sorry.
Everyone roll
Sorry,
me a
guys.
con save.
Oh yeah, I could definitely do that. Whether or not it'll be good, no one knows.
Alright. Oh, I say
Classic Andy's character nails
Herb
the
is
drunk
drunk.
save.
Bear
really?
is Herb is very drunk. Bear and Gork are quite tipsy. Zez and oh no, sorry, that was I was looking at his hit dice, which was 6.
That was really
it's
confusing. I was
going
like,
in a
he
weird
rolled a
direction.
19.
It's
Why
like
was
he's
his
very
con
drunk.
save?
We're all fucked.
Sorry, no. I mean, he's probably drunk. No, Gork and Bear are a little bit tipsy, but not too bad. They managed to stay in a mostly straight line. Zez, Herb, and Garrow are absolutely fine as you guys wander into the night.
Oh my god.
You guys looking for anything particular, or you just
Fun.
Lady
bar
bears.
crawling?
Lady bears.
T-Bar.
Gambling.
Um,
I personally have no interest in strip clubs, but Garrow, I mean, he's a fucking dog.
Okay. Roll. How are you trying to find this?
Find the nearest drunken reveler and grab him by the scruff of his shirt and be like, "Where's the titties?"
Can we not go to a titty bar in Pisstown though? Because that'd be pretty shit.
It's a bit out of the. You kind of just come from Pisstown and snuck your way into the city.
Yeah.
You can fight your way through the sewer spiders again.
No, I want to go to a nice titty bar.
All right, we'll find a nice city bar.
Dom, you didn't make that, did you?
No, I'm not that good.
That would have been impressive speed.
Yeah.
So the drunken reveler, he points you in the direction of. He says, hello, okay, the otter's pocket is sort of by the is next to the docks. They got a lot of sailors down there, but I'm sure you'll find you something.
The otter's pocket.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do we want to go to that strip club?
I mean, it's not so much a he elaborates. It's not so much a strip club. It's a brothel.
That makes more sense.
There's not very many reputable strip clubs.
Herb Kavinsky needs him a nice slimy axe wound.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Alrighty.
I don't know if I should ask Richard to edit that out or just make that bit particularly loud.
Alright.
I'll just make that bit. I'll just make that bit not in this video, but just on its own.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Can you soundbite that, please?
I can try.
Oh, Kavinsky needs him so he needs him. Oh.
Alrighty. So if this is the bit where we tastefully fade to black, and
that's probably a wise idea. Unless this is a bar fight, because I live for bar fights.
I don't know. Have you caused a bar fight?
I mean,
Says
I may or
wants to
may
go
not have
gamble.
decided to try to go bowling using a kobold.
Well, cardboard bowling is an internationally recognised sport. I don't think you'll have an issue with that.
Let me see.
The kobolds are normally the pins, not the balls.
How
Let
would
me.
Ben know this?
You do not.
Bear noises. Rah, rah, growl.
Rah, rah, growl. Excellent.
You do not. Unfortunately or fortunately, cause any bar fights.
Or international
so-
incidents.
You guys managed to have a very nice time doing God knows what there. Best not to know for some people. And there, somehow you guys managed to make your way back to the Hanging Donkey before the morning. You managed to all have a long rest.
From the otter's pocket to the hanging donkey.
Back to the Hanging Donkey.
It sounds like this town isn't overly fond of animals.
Mm.
I mean, they're always named after animals. I mean, basically all of my in names have animal. Actually, that one doesn't. Most of them do. So yeah, it's in the morning. You guys are being nursing some meads in the common room. Not crack of dawn, but not late in the day. With the
11:30.
yeah, like definitely like brunch time, certainly.
Brunch.
Where the barman has been plying you guys with eggs and bacon, where Tim Jips saunters in, and
What's a pirate have to do to get a fucking coffee?
the barman sort of looks again. It's like he just sort of nods, just grumbles. He makes his way into the back and eventually comes back with a proper coffee.
You gobshite.
He doesn't seem to notice. You gather he's kind of used to it.
Thick as fucking pigs for all this one.
Let me roll. Let me quickly. He does not hear that.
I tell you, lads.
Yeah, so Tim Jips comes back in and he says, "Right, lads, how y'all feeling? You feeling the Verador hospitality?"
Yes,
I'm feeling
I got
something.
lots of belly rubs.
Interesting.
He goes, right, okay.
Paid a whore 2 gold to rub his belly with her titties.
Ah, you went to the otter's pocket, did you? Yeah, they'll do anything for gold.
Even me.
Even you. Good, we're not.
No, fade back to black. Fade to
Fade
black.
back to black. Moving swiftly on, then. All right, then. I said I takes you to the cathedrals, so I'll takes you to the cathedral. So by the time he joins you guys, you finish your food and clean up, and he obliges. He takes you cross city. It takes a little while through the bustling streets, which have come back to life again. Definitely properly into the morning now.
Are there a lot of Dragonborn about?
Roll a perception check.
That was poor.
There are a few Dragonborn about. Just seem to be going about their day. You manage to see like a few groups of them, but they're usually going in different directions to you, so you don't really get too many details of them. Do see quite a few kobolds around, particularly around the Hanging Donkey. You see fucking loads of them. But then as you go closer and closer to the west towards Jadewave Keep, then they definitely thin out, and you just stop seeing them altogether by the time you pass into the posh part of town.
Why?
Cool. So you managed to get to the cathedral. So you get there, and it is a humongous stone edifice, towering as stained glass windows. It's bustling inside and outside. You can see people freely flowing in and out. There doesn't appear to be a service going on right now at this time of day, but there's still people coming in and out on sort of church business. It seems like this is some kind of religious hub of the region, and so there's just constant traffic. Tim Jips sort of takes you there and he's like, "Well, here you go. Here's the cathedral to old Atar. And so it's all right with you. I'll leave you to it. If you need anything, I'll be swinging by the Hanging Donkey later tonight." And he sort of like tips his cap at you, and then saunters off again, just sort of whistling to himself.
Does he Sam saunters off or what?
He does. Sam saunters off.
He
Very nice.
got him.
I hate you all.
So, so you are now sat outside the cathedral to Atar, just twiddling your thumbs a little bit.
What are we meant to deliver the werewolf child here?
Yes.
Right. I would like to march up to the front doors with my hand on the back of his neck, open it, shove him inside, and close the door behind him.
Should we not tell them about his condition?
Yeah, Davy goes through.
You're welcome to
And,
follow me.
he's like, "Oh, what?" And you like slam the door behind her, and you just hear this frantic pelting on the door, like, "Help! Help!" As he
They'll figure it out.
Brunsworth looks a little bit confused. He's like, shouldn't we be? Are you sure this is going to be okay? Is he going to be all right?"
You want to talk to the monk?
Well, I mean, worst case, we come back in a couple of months and kill some more werewolves.
It's repeat business.
And we'll get paid. This is business development, don't you know?
Are we the baddies already?
It does it's starting to feel like
going
it.
in that direction.
We were always the baddies.
After a minute or so, because this is still a main thoroughfare, so there's people wanting to come in and out. Relatively soon, there is the door does open again, and there looks to be some kind of orderly. He's in sort of plain robes, sort of either like a lower level acolyte or some kind of junior priest. And he says, "Excuse me, gentlemen, is this young boy with you?" Indicating to Davy.
Not anymore.
He was, but now he's your problem.
Sirs, this is not an orphanage. We have a very clear policy. Children cannot just be left on the doorstep.
He's not fucking orphan. That's a threat to society.
Also, just to clarify, we didn't leave him on the doorstep. We left him inside.
Be that as it may, I don't see how this young halfling boy can be a threat to society.
That boy needs healing. Is that not your department?
Would you rather leave him with a bear?
Do you... He looks up and notices the bear for the first time. Well,
Bear has a thoughtful expression on.
roll persuasion.
It's not bad. It's not
Okay, he's not like immediately running away from the bear, but he is. He's still fully like so. But he's become alarmed when you said the boy needs healing. So he says, "Is the boy diseased?" And he starts like putting his hand above his mouth and pushing sort of Davy like at arm's length.
Nay, fret, lad. It's not contagious unless he bites you at the full moon.
Can her put his arm around the guy's shoulder and convince him?
Roll me some persuasion.
What?
Right, he's gonna have his pipe in his hand. He's gonna put his arm around his shoulder and go.
Does he wipe his hand? Did he wipe his mouth on the back of his hand before he starts talking?
Yeah.
All right. I would say then you would have to. That would impede it, and you would have to roll with disadvantage, but it doesn't really matter.
Listen here to my good friend Herb Gavinsky.
Yes.
Now come on, sunshine.
You managed to explain the kind of the situation in broad strokes to him, and he kind of goes, he kind of seems to get that this is a little bit above his pay grade. He's like, fine, yes, please. I'm afraid I can't just take him though. You need to come in and speak with the deacon about this. He's going to have questions.
No, lad, that sounds an awful lot like paperwork.
We haven't got time for that.
No, I assure you, no paperwork. It's just that we don't really get cursed children coming in the door every day.
Well, this is your lucky day then.
Can I convince him that someone else will come along later and take care of that?
Take care of that. It's a bit intimidating.
Send along our secretary later.
All right. He
Secretary letter.
Later.
As this has been going on, you guys have started to make a bit of a commotion. What with the giant bear and the shouting about cursed children in the middle of the entrance. Soon enough, who would it be? Probably Herb at this point. You feel a hand lay on your shoulder, and you turn around. There's another hooded figure in sort of plain priest robes, and he sort of quietly speaks to you, saying, "All right, lads, nice to see you again. What you got here with us?" And it is Crag.
Sorry.
Craggy.
He's
Hello.
not. He looks a bit different, not in the armor and all the blood that he was wearing last time you saw him. He is walking with a little bit of a limp, but he appears to be incognito as a priest in the cathedral. Incognitus. He gets a little handover from the like the junior priest there, and just goes, "All right. Now this does seem like a bit of a pickle. Lads, why don't you meet me round back by the stables? I'll take care of the wee lad." And he puts his hand on Davy's shoulder and starts leading him away.
Oh, that kid's dead.
Is he going to kill him? Can I try and see if I know whether or not he's going to kill him?
Roll me some insight.
Roll some insight.
How?
So-
Sorry, I missed how he ended up with this child.
He was-
a werewolf prisoner.
He was one of the werewolves that you took prisoner, and then it turned back after the full moon. It just turned back into a little halfling boy.
And now somehow he's our fucking problem.
So he's still infected, and the people.
What? I can't remember this happening.
So the people of Dunmore asked you to take him to Veridor to get him his curse, dispelled.
Okay, I'd forgotten
Yeah.
that plot loop.
Yeah. You haven't just adopted some urchin.
And we didn't just go to Veridor for no reason.
No, you've gone there to heal him, but also the leader of your mercenary company, Luther Gandwin, who's told you that he is rightful Duke of Veridor, and that he wants your help in getting his throne back.
He wants it back.
Yes, he does. So, Gork, you're not sure. I mean, Crag's capable of anything, as far as you know.
Okay.
Davy's still looking very panicked, so Bronsworth kind of picking up on this just says, if it's all right there, brother, is it all right if I accompany the boy? And Craig just goes, yeah, okay, lads. Come on in. And
He's going to kill Bronsworth.
and he leads him in as well. You guys head round back behind the cathedral, where there's some more of like the sort of like utility kind of buildings. There's like a wash house, like a cook, like a kitchen, and there's also some stables there where they have like carts and horses and things like that. After a little while of waiting, Crag comes out and gestures you guys inside, and he leads you into a little side room where it's just him in there. And he basically sits you down. Davy's in there with him as well. Davy now has like a little cup of cocoa and seems a little bit more relaxed. He is definitely not eaten or dead.
That's always good.
Nice. He gestures you guys to chairs and just says, "Well, lads, you've done pretty good for yourselves, so I hear. Luther's been speaking pretty highly of you. From what I hear, you guys have done some good work over in there in Dunmore. If I understand, this is me making it up on the spot because I can't remember what you sounded like last time.
Good.
Is that a problem?"
It's good. Carry on.
And my throat's sore. That's my excuse.
Tell me more.
So he's so I hear you've had spot bother with some werewolves. Well, haven't come across them in years. And I understand this little lad is one of them. That's tricky business, that. Tricky business. He also tells me that you guys fought and you guys prevailed, but that you may have taken some injuries. Now, this is very important. Have any of you been bitten by a werewolf?
Just look at Bear.
Bear is currently scratching his genitals.
I look closer at Bear. I try and make eye contact with Bear.
Bear returns the eye contact. It is uncomfortable.
It says smiles.
Um,
To scratch genitals. It appears he may be more spoken.
So it seems like everyone seems to have like sold Bear out. He goes, fuck yeah.
Guys,
I think
I thought we had a bond.
I think I got bit by a werewolf.
He's
didn't I?
gonna put
get
one of
bit
those
by a werewolf.
cones on me.
He's like, all right then, line up, everyone. He just sits you down, and he takes a minute going past all of you, and he takes what looks to be some kind of small gemstone, and he presses it to your skin, each of you. And for most of you, it stays perfectly fine. Nothing happens. But then when it gets too bare, it's normally a nice clear crystal, but then that starts to swirl and blacken quite quickly, and he kind of makes a little bit of a humph noise in the back.
Not a humph noise.
No,
It was doing that already.
and then as he gets down to Gork at the end of the line, it also has a similar response. He goes, "Oh well, and how long ago was this fight? It was not long ago, I hope."
A week?
A week? Yeah, it was a week. Like, all right. So none of yous have seen a full moon since then.
Wow. Technically, weren't we bit on the first day of the cycle?
I think you were searching on the first. You were searching the first day, and then I think you were bit on the second.
For reasons I
I
can't
remember.
For reasons
You
that
have not.
I have not.
it took us it took about 2 or 3 days to get to the place for the werewolves, but only one day to get back.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah, you found it.
Uphill, downhill speed.
Yeah. He's like, oh, okay, that's not too bad then. It hasn't fully settled into you. Now, Davy here is going to be a little more involved, but I think with you lads, because it hasn't fully solidified, if you will, I think that's something we might be able to deal with soon. So he says, in fact, give me a moment, and he heads out. He eventually comes back with a couple things, some water, a bowl of water, some candles, some various types of herbs, and like a pestle and mortar, and with the crystal again. And he spends some time grinding stuff into there. He sort of muttering under his breath as he does it, and then he administers this mixture to Bear and Gork, who have to swallow it down. Once you guys do, it is repulsive. It tastes disgusting. But you feel a warmth enter your body and suffuse all of you. And afterwards, Crag tests you again with a crystal, and sure enough, it stays clear. So
That is absolutely disgusting, and I say that as someone who regularly licks his own genitals.
Hey, don't tell me twice. We've all been there. But this should do you. Just don't be fart-assing about with no werewolves again. He says, but this young lad, I think we're gonna have to. Think he might be a little bit more involved. I might need to call in some favors with some higher ups. But we'll see to the lad. Don't you worry.
I'm slicing his throat.
Now on to proper business. Now, so I understand Luther's been is entrusted you with a bit of a mission. I understand. So he, as you probably know by now, cat's probably out of the bag. He's not just a mercenary captain. He's royalty somewhat. He's I would argue the rightful Duke of Verador, and the current Duke is a bit of a dick. Trust me, I know. So what we're proposing is we have a little bit of change of leadership.
Do you want us to kill him?
Ideally, it won't come to that, but keep that in your back pocket.
Wait, can we just have a vote?
Is
I
anyone
vote
else
we
putting
kill
up their
him.
hand?
Yeah, I vote kill.
Okay, so Bear and Zez have put up their hands. Craig just says, "All right, like I say, that's Plan B, but
Okay.
we've got some other ideas." So the current Duke, he's in bad health. This is why we were moving on, because we thought the transition of power, perfect time to strike. Now his son Timon, he's a little fucking weasel. Now he's not very popular, which is to our benefit, but he's got a bit of a chokehold on the important players in the city. Now, what we need to do is build up a bit of goodwill around the city before we're in a position where we can affect change. Now, we've got the Verdant Order, which is the Knights of Verador. Don't worry about them. You leave them to me. I know some people, but there's two groups that I want you guys to look at and see if you can get on side, because they'll be really helpful. Not even just in the doing, but in the days after. So we need to speak to the fishermen. Now there's I want you to speak to the head of the fishing guild, and that's a lady by the name of Creek. It's a halfling lady. Usually hangs out on the docks, and she's not too happy with the Blauvales anyway. So she shouldn't be too hard, but I'm sure she's gonna milk you dry for it. And then there's the kobolds. Now I don't know what your feelings are about kobolds, but they've got numbers. So you're gonna want to speak to Mama Tuk Tuk and see what the fuck she wants, because that's a lot of kobolds and they can't be ignored. Now, any questions?
Nope.
What's
What?
a kobold?
He looks at you, says, little lizard fellas.
Bite-sized. Got it. Carry on.
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
So, this Mama Tuk Tuk, where is she, baby?
She's in the Warrens. Now, I don't know exactly where, because the reason we want her is because she's mama of the kobold clans in the city, and that's basically a byword for saying she's head of the Thieves Guild as such. So she's a bit hard to pin down, but she's gonna be an important one. Now, if she wants you to find her, you'll find her. But if she doesn't want to be found, you're probably not gonna fucking even manage it. So
Sen's got a little bit away from him at the end there.
good luck with that.
Cheers, pal.
Remind me again.
Creek. Sorry?
Why are we looking for Mama Tuk Tuk?
She's head of the kobolds. They make a massive population in the city. Now, they don't like the current status quo, and they have a lot of bodies. So, I mean, as with any good coup, you're going to need some feet on the ground.
So we're looking for allies.
Basically, yeah.
Aye. I think I understand.
All right. So, Creek with the fishermen, Mama Tuk Tuk with the kobolds. All right. If you need anything, come round the cathedral. Keep it on the down low. I'm still trying to keep a low profile here. But I'll catch up with you in about a week. Okay?
About a week.
In about a week, if there's no other issues. You
There are going to be issues.
You know where to find him otherwise. So yeah, there you go. There's it's lined out for you. So you guys need to, in order to sort of get some goodwill and get some allies in Berador before you guys can effect some sort of takeover, you're going to need to build up some goodwill with some of the key leaders in the city.
Some goodwill, eh?
Yep. So. What are you guys doing? Are you seeing one of them first, or are you doing something else? Or
Well, he said the fisher folk would probably be the easiest.
I think
But she's probably still going to milk us dry. Seems like a good place to start, because if we got them on the side, it'll make it easier to convince the kobolds. Because nobody wants to join the losing side.
Hmm?
I mean, rah, 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 bear noises.
So I've got an idea, right, for the fisher lady, but it doesn't scream goodwill because got this little connection to the Kraken, and I'm thinking that I can just be like, you don't want to meet my mate the Kraken, you're our friend now.
All right.
God, Richard's character's talking about a Kraken again. This can only mean one thing, guys.
Baron's a Kraken.
Oh my god.
Your patron is Baron.
Oh Jesus.
That would have been a way better idea. Fuck.
Too late.
Oh. So I'm gonna need a new character.
So you guys head to the docks then.
Yeah. What does everyone think of my plan? Because I don't know if it's maybe the bad move.
I think that's a good backup if everything goes wrong. But I think if these people are already generally on side, I don't think it's a good idea to turn up and say, hey, be on side or I'm going to beat you up with a giant fish.
I mean, the Kraken's a lot more than just a fish, but okay.
Look, you call it a giant fish, I'll call it a big fish. Tomato, tomato.
I mean, I call it God, but whatever.
All right. So is that where you guys head?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys are heading down to the docks. You do a little bit of asking around, and you manage to find out where Creek hangs out. You managed to come across her just on the dock. She's busy, hard at work, hauling in a catch already of the day. And this is what she looks.
And it's me, because I'm a catch. Hey.
and she, I mean, you guys just sort of turn up and stand in front of her, and she just kind of looks you up and down and goes, okay, who are you?
You ain't lass.
I am okay.
I'm glad to hear it. Is there a place we could talk?
And she looks at you guys, sort of nods, and then sort of gestures you over off to the side. It's sort of like a quiet place next behind some boxes. Well, you're talking.
All right. We, for our own personal reasons, take a minor issue with the current status of the leadership in this city.
Ed, whilst this is going on,
Yeah.
can I give bardic inspiration to Gareth?
Davy Jones over here.
I don't see why not.
Cool.
Do you fear death?
So tell me, fear death.
She looks around and she goes, no, that's some dangerous talk you that there is.
Well, why did
Who
you
are you?
talk in private? We're representatives of a potential alternative.
Okay. Roll persuasion just to see if she's.
And you've got bardic inspiration if you
Hey.
want to use it.
Might want to.
I am going to desperately need it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
What does
jeez.
that actually do for me?
Is that an extra 1d8 or?
It's a
how much is
D8
that?
these days. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
very nice. So that's a 17.
It's almost like I fucking knew what was going to happen.
I have a 5 in persuasion.
I mean, yeah, you just.
You just suck at rolling dice.
Yeah. She's. Okay. You managed to fill her in on the situation a little bit, and
Look,
about.
we're
Yeah.
not asking for open rebellion. We just want to know if we can count on your support should the situation become more fluid.
She says, yes, well, I mean, the Blau Veils have made a fucking mess of this already. I think that's clear for anyone to see. I mean, God knows that I'm not their biggest fan as well. But before we just throw our lot in with anyone who comes around, we're going to need some proof of your intentions to do well by this city.
Go on.
Now, the Blauvels, I mean, the elder is sick and dying, and the younger is too vain and too scared of anyone taking his position to do anything about the city. And so people are suffering. Now, it used to be that the docks, the harbour, and the lighthouse were all well maintained and well looked after, and we never had any problems. When the plague rolled through, it's all carrying on as business as usual. But what with decreased manpower on the lighthouse, we had some creatures of some kind move in, and so no one's been able to get to the lighthouse. They attack anyone who comes close. They even seem to command the fish. So I've petitioned the Duke God knows how many times about getting it sorted out, but he's after one or two attempts, then sort of pathetic attempts. He's just given up. So, I mean, if you could clear the island lighthouse and make sure that all sailors were safe coming into port, then I think that would be a good start.
It just so happens we are what you might call men inclined to violence. I'll see what we can do.
It's like, yes, I could. I got that impression.
No,
Um,
really? What maybe that's idea.
I think
The
it's probably the
scar
bear.
of the cutlass.
A little bit of both. Partly the bear, if I'm honest.
It's always the bear.
It's always the bear.
He's just a teddy.
Um,
He likes it when you rub his belly, don't you know?
I'll take your word for it.
Dick immediately rubs Bear's belly.
Best day ever.
You're enjoying that a little too much, Boyle.
Now she says, now,
Make a mess.
Mr. Smith?
now I can't give you any people to go with you, but I can give you a boat to get over there. Just because I don't think I could convince
We
anyone.
have our own boat.
Oh yes.
Although a guide would be appreciated to watch the boat while we do the dirty work.
Well, that's the problem. I think that's the reason why you'd be hard pressed to get anyone to come with you. I should tell you that all the attempts to take.
Drunken sailor who will accompany us for a
I mean, you.
Someone to persuade.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but the reason all the other attempts to take the lighthouse back have failed is because any party going over there has been attacked by sharks and these sea creatures.
Well, we need to find the best person in Meridor for dealing with sharks. We need to find Shark Man.
Do you know of any shark hunters about?
Hunters. Not quite.
I'll take big game fisherman. If I must.
We do have some boys who do fish who do get some of the bigger prizes just for the royalty of their banquets. I'll put in a word to them, and I'll get them to meet you at your ship.
What about whalers?
Whalers. Ooh.
The whalers.
And she tells you, ooh, with that in mind, she says, now there's something I think I might be able to hook you up with.
Whaler.
Just hands us a harpoon. Let's see what you can do.
So she tells you about a man called Finch, who's a whaler.
Where can we find Finch?
He's probably drunk by now.
Ah, yes. Let's go.
Usually hangs out in the Otter's pocket this time of day.
Well, that's an early start for a keen man. That I can get behind.
He never finishes.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
It sounds like he's going to the wrong place.
Bollocks than a summer sky. Alright, lads, I need more beer. I'll be right back.
Oh, that wasn't an in-character thing.
I thought that wasn't.
Yeah, that wasn't a character. That was just Sam.
So yeah, you guys make your way over to the Otter's Pocket. You make your way in. After a little bit of asking around, you do manage to find Finch. He is a dwarf, very stout. No shirt, just breeches, and his entire upper torso is just covered in scars. he is passed out once you enter, and it takes a little bit of shoving until he finally kind of comes round. But he looks at you all blearily and just kind of goes, the fuck, who the fuck are you?
We would like to take you fishing.
Why?
We're hunting sharks, boyo.
Kill some
Hmm.
sharks.
There's a bottle of whiskey in it for you if you do well.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Let me do it.
Oh, I'll assist.
Go for it.
Double persuasion. Double
Advantage.
advantage.
Oh no.
Okay, he says, you had me at whiskey, and he doesn't even ask you your names. He just kind of follows you out.
Jolly good. No, before we leave, can Herb ask him if he wants a whiskey to celebrate?
He goes, Why? Why? Yes, I do. Why? Yes, I will.
Oh, bloody good.
What's your name, lad?
And then Herb's gonna get talking to Finch about
Yeah.
a load of shit.
Before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go to
Rage.
some kind of weapon shop. I'm
Uh-huh.
not in, and find the biggest crossbow I possibly can.
Okay.
That's a good
Like I'm hoping I'm going to find bolts like the size of my forearm.
So you
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. Yeah. So you do know Tim Jips did mention about a cheap place near you guys. There's a place called Scamrain's Armory. You go in there, and it's managed by an. Oh no,
Nun.
sorry. It's Fat Hammers. You go to Fat Hammers. It's a big. You can see why. Upon entering, there's just a rotund half orc in there, very friendly, and he shows you around his wares. Unfortunately, doesn't have anything bigger than a heavy crossbow, but he does have a heavy crossbow if that's what you would like.
Yeah. Okay. Can
Okay.
he? How much is it?
Heavy crossbow. That would be. That'd be 50 gold.
And how much does he want to put it on a spindle?
He says, he goes, how about say an extra 10? Sure, I've got something I can rig up here. So yeah, for an extra 10, he's happy to like rig up some kind of spindle thing. He kind of just sort of takes an old fishing rod, just like snaps it in half and sticks the thing on, just hammers it on.
Glorious.
So yeah, it's 60 gold all told. Gork, Fat Hammer. When you ask Fat Hammer, he kind of goes, I fucking don't know. Not really my area of expertise. I can't think of any time I've made any armor for bears.
Oh,
God damn it. Keep it quiet.
You might want to go over near the keep. There's some fancier places. They might be wanting to do some custom work.
I immediately leave and go over there.
Okay.
am I
You go
going
to-
with him, or
Can do.
Yeah, I
I
would.
probably should for sizing?
Yes.
I will follow along, like the obedient, excited bear I am.
So you come to a different place. This is called Scamrain's Armory. This is more of a fancy establishment. There are several forges. There's a a separate sort of store, sort of shop front bit, where there's like some assistants who sort of show you in. And before long, you're greeted by a businesslike little dwarf man who hears you out and says, yeah, I could probably do that. Is this the materials? And you pass him over the spider bits, and he sort of taps on it and goes like, there's actually, it's quite light. Actually, it's quite spiders. You say?
Yes.
Um,
Spiders.
Now, let me think. I think probably I think I could work with this. I mean, it won't be able to change shape, but it'll fit a bear. And he gives you a quote for, shall we say, 500 gold.
500 gold, and I've provided all the items that you need.
This is bespoke work, and it's
Um,
not going to just be this. There's going to be fittings. There's going to be hinges. There's going to be straps. You're more than welcome to go anywhere else.
Confused
I am going
bareface.
to try and haggle with him.
Go ahead.
I will donate my 50 gold pieces worth of jewelry.
I like the idea. You just like bursting through the door, like have my jewelry, throw it, and then just turn around and leave immediately.
All right,
Okay.
roll me some persuasion.
Will do.
Oh, good luck. Have some bear moral support.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking bard.
Yeah, boy.
There's, I suppose it's quite an interesting commission. I would feel really bad letting this one go. 400. I'm afraid that's as low as I can go.
Okay, 400.
Minus the 50 from me.
Yeah, I know you've got the 50.
How much is in the bear pot?
Nowhere near enough.
Oh,
I will offer to give him 50% now and 50% on completion.
Yeah, I'd say with that roll, yeah, sure. He says, yes, I suppose that's amenable. Give me a week. But before they let you go, one of his assistants sort of initially a little bit skeptically, but eventually realizes Bear's not going to eat him and just starts taking some measurements
Cool.
from Bear.
man, he's enjoying that inseam.
I give him 200 gold,
Mhm.
and I decide that I need to get another 109 gold to be able to pay this off.
Bear can go and do magic tricks, I guess. Like a dancing bear thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to the local tavern and act out a scene with Bear of like a famous story of a man who was a northern hunter who hunted down a bear in the attempt to get extra money.
Roll a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be assisting that?
I would say you are, yes, that's with advantage.
I really add to the authenticity of the story.
Oh dang. Yeah, oh okay, yeah. So you
My two highest rolls.
Fucking
are
bards.
performance and persuasion.
nice. So yeah, you set up shop in the local square, and I mean, after one performance, you do really quite well. It's in and again, outside his shop is one of the nicer districts of town. It's after one performance, you manage to get probably with the coppers, silvers, and probably maybe the odd gold from some of the really rich people. You manage to get about 10 gold.
Excellent.
Not bad for busking.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, there you go.
10
Cool.
down.
Can we get? Can
A
we
monster.
possibly get our boat rigged up with a harpoon?
I would say, yeah, you managed to get someone who's brought it round. I would say you don't have a harpoon. Back in the day, this doesn't exist. Finch surveys the sort of raft and kind of goes, yeah, I suppose this'll do. And just sort of like he comes back a little bit later with just a massive roll, which is just full of harpoons that he throws. It's not like a harpoon gun or a giant crossbow. They're just big harpoons at the
Can I
back.
ask Finch if he's able to get a more apt boat and more apt vessel?
He's like, "Do I look like I have an?" He tries to say apt, but it doesn't really work. A boat?
No, but you look like someone who could get one.
Nah, boy.
Nah, boy.
Well, I guess that's the end of that conversation. Then.
It definitely sounds like it.
I don't think Ed wants us to get a better boat.
No, it's just that
We need a bigger
Finch.
boat.
Fitch is a drunken, like, wreck of a man who spends his days drinking and used to be a whaler.
What is he?
He's a dwarf.
No, but what does he actually do?
He's a drunk.
Not really much now.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
You can try and rent one.
Okay, but in the rental conditions, they have to accept that it may come back with bites in it.
Do you tell them about that?
No. I don't
Fair enough.
think
I'm
we
just
do.
going to add a caveat.
Okay.
I'm Kavinsky. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh yeah. So for the day, if you just say like, oh, we're just gonna go out for a little boat ride, with my friends and me. You managed to
No,
come across some
dude.
fishermen who it's like, and you off them a little bit of gold. They're like, hell yeah. And they say about like 5 gold. You guys come to. They'll let you borrow their boat for a day.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, you have a decent sized boat that's probably big enough for 10 people. But it is a rowboat still, but there'll be ample room for all of you guys and Finch in there with you,
And an armory of harpoons.
and a fair bundle of harpoons. Yes.
Oh, I muted my microphone. Whoops. Anyway, quick question, Ed.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Did what am I trying to say? Wait, did we get paid at all for the old destroying of the werewolf invasion kind of shindig?
Yeah, you guys got paid.
How much did we
You
get
guys-
paid?
Oh, let me remind myself.
Did we get paid this session for it?
Oh no, that was like a couple sessions ago.
Okay, then that's fine. No worries.
I only
mind
have
them.
50 gold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you guys got paid like I think you got paid. That was it. It was like 220 gold from that was on the werewolf
Yes,
with
that was
50
it,
gold
yeah.
worth of jewelry, and then 400 gold from Dreyfus the sheriff.
So how much gold
I
should we
remember
have?
now.
I don't know.
that's-
You're the ones who are meant to be keeping track of it.
No,
Oh,
that's fine. No, it just I couldn't remember if we'd got paid for it this time.
I don't think you guys have had much of a payday since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are ready to rock and roll.
All right, we just need to make sure we loot this lighthouse a lot for anything valuable.
Alrighty. So you guys doing anything else? Or are you ready to go?
Ready to go.
Ready to
Okay.
go.
Ready
So-
to go.
Ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my god, it's
and
20.
run around.
Ready
So you got-
standing by.
So you you guys hop on the boat. Finch at the bow. He's not got one of his harpoons out yet, but he's looking intently out into the waves, looking surprisingly sober.
Can I give him? Have we got any fantasy equivalent cocaine to sharpen him up a bit?
I don't think, not that you have on you. That I
You
know.
want a bear on cocaine?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, why did I ask that question? Really brought that on myself there.
What a stupid question to ask, Dobby.
Yeah, alright, I feel stupid. Carry on.
I would say you could go get some, but you would need to find out where to get some and acquire it.
We just ask him if he has any.
He goes.
Just picturing Bear
he
putting
just-
on a trench coat and going to try and find a drug dealer. Got the stuff.
He just says, "No, that shit'll kill you." As he takes a swig of some whiskey.
He accidentally takes a swig of boat cleaner.
Looks at the bottle, looks
It's
at the
basically
bottle,
just,
frowns, and then just shrugs.
We're good.
it's basically just rubbing alcohol. Um,
The good stuff.
yeah, the very good stuff. So yeah, you guys start pulling away. Okay, for this, who is rowing? So there are 4 oars on this boat.
Is that
Um,
two? Is that 2 people rowing or 4?
So you could have either 2 people, one each on 2 oars, or you could have 1 person to each oar, in which case you would go quicker and be more maneuverable. But those people who are rowing probably won't be able to keep a lookout for what they're doing.
Who's
where you
backing
guys are
them?
going.
Who's backing them
No.
guns?
Bear's quite a strong boy, understandably. Physically, I'm struggling to picture a bear rowing,
We'll just.
but I have to imagine they could just sit with their
I mean,
paws
don't you
over
retain opposable thumbs?
it. Bears have a
No,
opposable
bears don't have opposable thumbs, but you're not actually a bear. You're a fucking druid. so
Wow.
it's-
Fucking
Yeah.
hate
I'm
cricket.
sorry to tell you this, Dom, but literally only humans have opposable thumbs.
I didn't think they had like opposable thumbs, but I really thought they had something more akin to a thumb. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking
don't
that
think
closely
so.
at bears in that.
It's actually a big plot point in this Dark Materials that the reason the bears who are actually speaking stuff is not only are they highly intelligent, but they have opposable thumbs.
It's true.
Genuinely, that's because they're meant
You've
to be
been
big,
watching the TV show.
I'm
Oh yeah, because they have like tools
meant to
and
be really
things.
good metal workers, and it's a big thing that the reason they can actually work metal is because they have thumbs.
Yes,
their head-
this is true.
Is Bear a metal worker?
You try to become an
Bear is
architect.
not renowned for his metalwork, I must admit, but he is a really strong.
Oh, we lost our DM.
Oh shit! Oh,
Classic Ed.
Right. Sorry.
phew.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Lovely. So yeah, who is rowing? How many of you guys are rowing?
Who isn't?
Well,
isn't
Bear will try to row.
Bear will row.
Yeah.
Isn't Gork hench?
I mean, I'm,
He's an
bugbear.
actor.
I'm not actually very 10.
No, you act strong.
Yeah, my strength is 10.
His
All right,
emotional
wait,
strength is
Is
unparalleled.
Bear our only strong character?
I can carry a lot of things.
Bear is the strongest and the smartest. Yes.
What's your constitution?
16.
I think
Guys,
Zez
anyone
might
got
be
higher
the
than that?
next strongest.
Wait, does anybody have higher than 16 con? Because I'll admit I'm kind of cheating in that I get to keep my mental stats when I'm in bear form. But
Yeah, my constitution's only 14.
oh wow,
I think you are leading in 3 tributes.
fucking
Wow.
yeah. Fucking
mean,
yeah.
Technically, that's only for 15 minutes of the day.
Wait,
That's a very good point. I'm gonna.
yeah.
There is
I was
that is a reason. There is a reason that's so powerful because actually it's quite.
That is true. Yeah, we've been.
That's a
using
good
it for
point.
Combat and for
And I
Very
did
generous
say-
about it, but-
And I did say I
Yeah.
have been being generous about it, but I was
You
going to
have
pay more
been.
attention to it.
No,
So I
I
would
tell
say
what,
you
I
have
can
been a
be
bear.
in non-bear form, and then I have 14 strength, which is still pretty good.
That's still better than everyone else.
It
How-
is.
Oh wow! Really? Okay.
So yeah, Bear is little tiefling boy form.
And it's still the
Not
strongest.
a boy.
I mean, you've got Andy and I.
Little tiefling man.
Andy and I are both Dex-based
Oh, I
characters.
suppose. Yeah.
And
I don't
Gorky is
think
as
we
well,
have a-
kind of.
We don't have a fighter
charisma,
or a
really.
paladin.
Oh
or
yeah, Dex and
anything.
charisma.
And Zez is again charisma as well.
I'm an elephant.
I'm an elephant.
I honestly, I didn't think. I just assumed we had a fighter or a barbarian in the
I mean,
party.
I'm a rogue. I'm a rogue, multi-class fighter. So,
Okay, that was. I knew there was a fighter in his.
but I use Dex for my attacks.
Yeah, you're a Dex fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not think there's a reason that every time we get into a fight, the bard nearly dies?
I just
Yeah,
assumed
but-
you
He's
were
our
shit.
frontline fighter.
I am
Well,
not a
the guard
fighter.
dies while the Dex fighter waves from the ceiling.
I know. So I'm in there charging in because I'm one brave motherfucker.
But you're also an idiot.
Mostly because I'm just in character as being a brave motherfucker. And our actual fighter is, as far as I can tell, chilling on the ceiling.
A drunk coward, I believe is the technical term.
And the rest of us are just sort of stood at the back, just like
Yeah.
shattering things.
Face, you cheeky bastard.
So yeah, Zez can row if he's second strongest.
So we've got Zez and Bear
I
rowing.
mean, they are the biggest of boys.
That's fair enough. Okay, so those guys are. So if those guys, can you guys both roll me an athletics check?
Oh, it's a bold question.
I wonder why you were so loud, Ed. You were set to 180%.
Oh,
I was like, why is Ed so loud?
natural pontification. Okay, so Bear fucking bosses it. Zez, I mean, I don't know what elephant hands you have, but whatever they are, they're not great for
I'm
rowing.
assuming that we're just going around in circles right now.
Well, I was sort of thinking because you guys are both doing two. I figured like you're both not doing one side. You're both doing like
Ah, cool. Yeah, that makes a lot
Yeah.
more
How would
sense.
you even sit to do both the oars on one side?
It would explain my 9.
So yeah, Bear is like powering the thing through the waves, and Zez is kind of like, yeah, I'm doing it too, like going through the motions, but not really.
my
getting much
oars not
traction.
even touching the water.
I just realised this whole time I've been picturing him having elephant feet for hands.
That's what I've
So,
been picturing.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
kind of what
Just-
I've been picturing as
Just
well.
him trying to row is a really weird mental image.
Yeah, but then I remembered that I could hold things. I was like,
Oh God, no. Oh yeah, he does have hands in your picture. Oh, looks weird.
I think Garrow's the. Wait, who's going to be. Are we sending Finch to the front with his harpoon?
Yep.
He can
Would you want
stand, right, he can stand at the prow. Garrow's going to stand at the back of the boat. Big old fat crossbow.
Oh,
Nope.
not that one. Sorry.
I guess I know
Hit
what's
the
coming.
dice.
Story of things to come.
Meant to hit the dice. Don't worry. Lovely. Cool. So can the rest of you guys who aren't rowing roll me some perception checks?
Oh, perception. I can do that.
Ooh, nailed it.
Dang, Garrow.
Oh, God.
Gork, let's go.
Gork is practicing his lines.
Herb. All right, Herb and Garrow. You got Gork's looking off the back of the
Could be.
boat. He's just like looking
Or
at the
not
docks.
could be. That is the question.
Da, da,
Yeah, so you guys start powering your way through. Finch is pointing you guys in the direction of where the lighthouse is. Just to remind you guys, it's on the world map. It's literally just off the coast there. It's just it's like right this little island off Verador. And what's going to happen is I'm going to say for the sake of ease, you guys managed to make it most of the way there.
Hooray, most.
I knew I forgot to do something. Vote.
Would it be?
There we go. That's what I wanted. note that. Sorry, 1 second.
You should be.
I should be.
Can bears swim? They
I
can.
think
Yes.
so.
Depends
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
bear.
they
Polar
can.
bears definitely can.
Well,
Yeah, they can
polar
berry
bear,
paddle.
Yeah, brown bear, grizzly bear. I have to imagine they can.
I can't imagine they're the most graceful animals in the water.
Oh God, no. But
Oh God, no.
I have to imagine.
Because I mean, to be fair, they're not the
about
most
as
graceful animals on the land.
Bears can, grizzlies
Also true.
can.
Okay. It also feels like just a useful piece of survival knowledge to have. To be fair, can bears swim? Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, just
Stay
if I'm
the
running
fuck
away from a
with
bear,
them.
don't run to the water
Cross
like
off that
bears
off my
can't swim.
list of safe locations.
Perfect.
Start
So,
up
you
trees
guys,
and in rivers.
make your way. You guys are making your way over to the lighthouse. Where are we? So, fucking hell. Garrow and Herb, on the way in, you don't see anything peculiar on the water itself, but on the beach over here, you do notice. Oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong way.
This is a lovely map.
You manage to see
Oh, this is a lovely map.
a couple boys hanging out up on the beach over there. Now they are disgusting looking buggers. They are green, scaly, humanoid with big, open, open, lipless mouths with rows of sharp, needle-like teeth. They do have armor, and so you're able to deduce there's some kind of sentient creature. Do you guys, either of you guys, want to roll either a nature or a history check?
I don't think I'm good at either of them.
You can still roll. You might get lucky. Like that's,
I mean,
that was
might.
Baron's whole character.
What's better, nature or history? Oh, they're both 2.
Whichever you're good to. All right,
Bad.
Garrow,
What was I on? Nature.
nature or history?
I am useless at both of those things.
Ooh.
Oh, but Herb, actually, you have heard hanging out on the port. You hang out with a lot of sailors, and they've told you about these about some sort of humanoid green fishmen who have been known to attack ships, particularly ones laid down with fish, and they have an uncanny ability to command fish, usually sharks, and they are known as the Sawagan.
No, not the Sawagan.
Swarg.
No.
Not the gun buns.
And as you guys are making it into here, as you are approaching the island, they take notice of you. So can wait. I'm gonna need
Should we
to.
just? Yeah.
I'm gonna pop. Can everyone just pop their tokens on the thing just so we've got a thing
I
for
did do that earlier as a joke.
Well done.
Now it's quite entertaining.
It's
I felt
important.
bad.
Oh, massive herb. Oh,
They call him Massive Herb.
yeah.
For the ladies' column.
Only his mum.
No, they
Oh,
call
God.
They call me Girthy Herb.
Only his
Only his
mum.
mum.
Oh.
Now. Let's have less of that.
Mhm. Oh, fuck. Natural fucking one.
Way?
I don't know what to say.
To be fair, we're quite a distance away from them, so preferably you want me and Zez to be going first so we can row us closer, I imagine. So we're not a particularly ranged party, are we?
We got
It
harpoons.
depends.
there.
How far?
I've got a fucking crossbow.
How far away are they?
They are. Let's see.
Can we strap bombs to harpoons and fire them at the beach?
90 feet.
About 90
I
feet away,
can
yeah.
hit them from here.
Ah, fucking warlocks.
Are they
Yeah.
90 feet? I can probably hit them.
Yeah, my crossbow's got a range of 100 feet.
Man.
Down away, anchor boys.
Maritime fights.
But yes, top of the order is Finch, who's actually going to go, and he is waiting with bated breath with a harpoon poised over his shoulder, and he's just staring into the waves, waiting for something, and he's going to hold an action. But next in the order is Bear.
Well, I'd like to basically, I want to spend all of my turn rowing.
So we just go row around in circles.
Well, no, because
We've established that we're not on the same side.
We've established that that's not
That's
how
not how we're
that's
doing
working.
it.
Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Come on, good roll.
Oh, terrible. I would say probably with that we're going to say anything over a 10, you're going to get
Alright.
10 feet.
Ooh.
Lovely. And Gork. Are you doing anything else with your turn there?
No,
Sorry.
that's everything. Yep.
Alrighty,
Let's
Gork.
get us closer.
Right, so we're 90 feet away, right? Or we're now closer than 90 feet.
Yeah, slightly closer now.
Sweet. I'm going to cast Confusion
Okay.
at level 4, which is, its level. On this point here, so that should get them all.
Lovely. And what does that do? So
They've got to make a Wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, they can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each turn to determine its behavior this turn, etc., 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 etc.
Do they have a save to get out of it if they do fail initially? At the end of each turn, the affected things make another wisdom save. Cool.
Yeah.
Lovely. So, what's the DC?
It's a good question, Ed. I'll get back to you on that one. 13. Not
13.
super high.
So the first one, 18 passes. Second one, 18 passes. Third one, 5 fails. Then the second one, 7 fails. So those two furthest away seem very confused. Seem very not knowing what the fuck's going on. Whereas these two seem initially quite like something was distracting them, and then they managed to shake it off. But yeah, it doesn't have it. Does it have an effect initially, straight away?
It's on their turn that stuff happens, I believe.
All right, cool, nice, lovely. Are you doing anything else that turn?
No.
Alrighty. So, speaking of which, it is the Sawagan's turn. So this boy who is confused, he's going to roll a d10, and that is going to be roll them bones. A 3. What does the 3 do?
I found the whole playlist of music for a fight.
So did he?
That's a 3. He was one of the ones that failed.
So he doesn't move or take an action this turn.
Okay, moving on to the next guy, the other guy who is confused. He also failed, so he's gonna roll. That was a 6. What does a 6 do?
He doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. Well, all right. The two guys who did, though, you hear a piercing, screeching sound come from across the waves as they seem to just call upon something, and then they dive into the water there and vanish underneath the waves.
Oh shit! We need more bombs.
Oh, took my trousers off. That's better.
But yeah, that's going to be their turn. The next ones.
It is the No Trousers Club.
The next one is.
Oh wait, no, that's the shit talk group, isn't it? No, it's
No,
this
that's
one.
it.
No Trousers.
It's the realm of madness. Bracket no trousers club.
Trousers. I think that's the only contribution Tom's made to the chat.
What was
All
it?
right.
I can see
off
some
the
sharks, guys.
Oh.
above, directly sort of on the sort of what the fuck would they say? Bow to stern or whatever. There's a one large fin which pierces the waves as it starts to make its way towards them. So that's going to trigger Finch, who's going to roll an attack.
Now would be a really good time for your Kraken buddy to help us out. Just saying.
12.
Well, all I can do at the moment is hold people still with it. He doesn't trust me to come and help me yet.
Hit.
Shit.
Oh damn! Yeah, no, they're really crazy. So. Nice. So that's a solid hit.
A fine.
A fine hit. So you
Palpable hit.
this one here, you just see a large harpoon sticking out of it, but it's still going to make its way towards the boat, and going to try and take a chunk out of the boat itself. And it's going to roll.
You dirty, leathery skinned, overgrown fucking tuna, that's my boat!
Ooh, that's
not
going to
our
hit.
boat. We rented it.
And that's going to do 14 points of damage.
We left your boat in.
I mean, to be fair, if it flies, floats, or fucks, I rent it.
Please keep him away from Avery's.
So he takes a little chunk out of the front of the boat, but it's still floating, still going all right. One's going to come from the side over here, and it's going to try and jump out and try and take a chunk out of one of the guys who are rowing. So that's probably going to be.
Shit. I didn't see this. I didn't score down far enough.
Oh shit! Wait, I'm rowing. No.
So
Fight the bear.
Let me roll a d4. On evens, it's bear. On odds, it's Zez.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Zez.
Fuck.
Zez does a 17 hit.
Fuck yes.
That'll be 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I'm the tank. Why am I celebrating this?
Because you're a bad tank.
Not wrong.
Apart from all the... Also, we're on a boat, we're fighting sharks. I don't think you can tank this.
Yeah, it would be quite difficult.
See you later, guys, I'm coming in.
Why do you think I asked if bears could swim?
And the final one is going to come around this little thing there, and also going to try and jump up and going to try and take a chunk out of bear. So bear, that's going to be a an 8 to hit.
No, even if I was in bear form.
Lovely, and that's their turn. So it's coming around to Garrow.
Hello, Mickey.
Wait, what about Zez? Where did I get a turn?
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
No, you did. The sharks.
Oh yeah, it's there. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
So
You're just that unmemorable.
well, I was going to attack some things, but now I might just row.
No, go for it.
I mean,
If you want
can get
to.
us on shore, that'd be a good start.
If you want to row, that'll be an athletics check. Oh, 17, not too bad. So that guy's going to kind of get shoved out of the way. So
Does he take damage because we're pushing the shark out of the way?
I don't think you're not quite going that fucking fast.
Stupid rowing boats.
But you are making some headway. And Garrow.
Well, I appear to have let everyone else in the sea.
Yeah, you can hit. There's this shark's in melee, or you can still see the other two sharks which are on the surface.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't worry. Forget about it. Beat the ever-loving shit out of this lad.
Yeah.
Although annoyingly, Zez is within 5 feet. He wasn't within 5 feet, and then he moved. Now he is.
Well, the boat moved.
I would say you guys are gonna be it's in quite close quarters, so you're gonna be within 5 foot of someone on the boat here.
Yeah, just because no one else moved their tokens to stay on the boat, we're all still on the boat.
Yeah, you're still all on the boat. Don't worry.
All right, no, because my normal sneak attack still applies. So
Yeah.
I don't get advantage on the attack if another enemy of the target is in the sea. That's fine.
Yeah, you're all right.
All right. Dig this lad.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. So that's 4 damage. And sneak attack. Ooh, minus 16. Ooh, you stab deep into the shark. There's blood starts to pour into the water around you, turning it like a pinky froth. And he starts thrashing about, and he looks very hurt by that.
Does he still live?
He does still live.
Not for long.
Oh shit, you're doing this now. Alrighty, go for it. Remember, you can only sneak attack once per turn, I'm pretty sure.
Another 12 damage.
Okay, oh.
How do you get cutlass and sim? Oh, you dual wield.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let me have a look. Let me just double check. What's his
They're
AC?
only a 1d6 damage, Andy.
Oh.
Ooh, very nice. So, actually, they both hit. How much is that? 12 damage. He is...
Dorsal fin off.
Yeah, no, you do. You slice through the dorsal fin, manage to flop that off into the water with like a dull like splash, little sploosh. And it's still thrashing around in the water. It seems to be getting increasingly frustrated and panicked, and it seems to be very, very, very hurt.
Have that, you dirty slimy overgrown prawn.
Lovely. Anything else for your turn? Or is that it?
I will spit on the shark.
You managed to spit on the shark.
I think that's just helping it.
Herb.
Leathery bastard.
Right. So I'm gonna.
Maybe stay on the boat. That'd be a good start.
Huh?
Your character.
What about it?
You're in the middle of. There you go.
Oh.
Jesus.
I'm debating whether to jump on the shark, but I don't think that's gonna
Do it, pussy.
Dom has spoken.
I'm never going to tell you no.
You fucking won't, you coward.
Fuck it. I'm gonna
No,
draw my sword and like run to the edge of the boat, jump onto the back of the shark.
Yes.
Be a man.
This
Yes.
Andy, literally jump the shark. Do it. Do it now.
Do I get sneak attack?
Well, because one of your allies is in 5 feet of it, so yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I feel like that's a completely deserved.
Fucking damn.
and
That means he gets
it's
double
easy
sneak.
Or is it 4 now?
Yeah, let's just see what this will be.
Oh yeah, how many?
I mean, he's
what
only
level-
got 5 HP left, but I'm kind of interested.
Hang on, what level are you, Andy? You're
I'm
6,
7.
aren't you?
7.
7 is 4d6.
Dom knows this by heart now.
I literally have the rogue page open. You get
Yeah.
a second one of those, Andy, because you got a nat 20.
Dom, it doesn't go up until you get to 8, I think.
No, I'm literally looking at it now.
Oh, so
7th
shit.
level 4d6.
So I get
I
another
literally
4d6.
have it open.
That means I should have done an extra d6 of damage earlier.
Don't take this away from Andy by already having killed the thing.
It would have been dead!
It would have actually been dead. It had 5 hit points. I'm gonna, yeah,
But wait, Sam, aren't you multi-classing?
Ah, yes.
of course.
Yeah, so you have lower sneak attack damage.
That's
yeah.
fine, save.
Fine. So Herb manages to bravely run across these
Foolishly?
decks. Who foolishly?
Fucking glory.
Diving out into the open water. Some would say suicidally, and stabbing the shark through the top of its head.
Already almost dead.
It thrashes once,
I
and
didn't
goes
jump
still.
into the water. I jumped onto the shark.
which is in the water.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, that
as
is a
it
valid
dies,
point.
you sink into the water.
Bonus action to get back on the boat.
Roll me an either athletics or acrobatics.
Herb,
What?
you're a fucking idiot.
What?
You jumped on the shark and then killed it. Like, oh shit, I'm.
Herb, you're a hero.
Hang on a minute.
Don't
If I
listen to
kill
this
it- Hang on
non-believer.
a minute. What fish do you know that sinks when it dies?
Sharks.
Yeah, but
Yeah, okay, fine. It's not going to sink,
I
but
mean,
it's going to roll
Andy,
over.
Andy, you punched a bunch of holes in it with your rapier.
Hey,
Well,
what,
the
So
good
so
thing
stood
is,
on it now.
the good thing is, you managed to, as
Get
it's
on the boat.
sinking, you managed to like fucking twinkle toes yourself back onto the boat.
However, while debating whether or not the shark should sink or swim, you drown.
All right. After Herb, it's going to be Finch, who's going to utter a curse and hurl a harpoon at the one over here.
Tell you what,
Uh,
Andy, next time you're standing next to a dead shark, stand there and see.
So
See
we
how
said
well-
it again.
Next time you're standing next to a dead shark, stand on it and see if it's.
He's cutting off, but he's saying see if it sinks, you see.
I mean, London Aquarium has sharks. We can go and find out.
Well, it won't. It wouldn't sink and it wouldn't roll over.
It would sink if a person was standing on it. You.
No, it wouldn't.
They're not
Sharks are
buoyant.
huge.
Right, so
This is my favourite
London
argument.
Aquarium. Let's go kill a shark.
there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
now.
I'm in.
Sharks are
Um,
massive.
Alrighty then, Bear.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do anything as dramatic. I'm just going to row. So
Alright.
that's athletic.
Roll me some athletics, yeah.
Smashing.
Smashing, you say?
Oh shit.
Oh, flex the bear.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are
Oh,
just
yeah.
the tip of the boat has just touched the jetty here.
Oh, and we're all in the water
We're
again.
touching tips. All right, and that will. Wait. Would I still have a bonus action left?
You have bonus actions and moves.
Ooh. Can I move onto the dock? Hang on,
Yes.
I need to zoom in so I can fucking see. I've been so zoomed out. If I just move a bit onto the docks, I suppose. And I guess I'll go. Wait. Okay. How sturdy is this dock, and can it withstand the weight of an average adult bear?
Make an intelligence check. Just a general intelligence check.
I got intelligence up me wazoo.
I would say, as it is, it would, probably. It seems sturdily built, even though it's in a bit of disrepair. If you went into bear form, it would probably hold your weight. If
Okay.
it took a lot of damage whilst you were in bear form, it might start falling apart. But you think you'll be all right.
I think I'll be alright. I'm confident and foolish enough. I would like to go to Beth, so I'll just switch out my character sheet.
Okay,
And that is my last wild shape as well,
yeah.
for the avoidance doubt.
We did have a long rest during the session.
Yeah, but I was in bear form beforehand. Oh my god, that's so big! Oh my god, I forgot how big it is.
He's a big boy.
He's a big lad.
Roll initiative just so I can check him on there.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
And it was 16 you had, wasn't it?
Thank you, because I forgot. All right. Am I back on properly? Yep. There we go. That will end my turn.
Lovely, Gork.
Cool. Not a lot I can do during this fight, guys. Not gonna lie.
You can escape onto dry
You
land.
confused them.
Pardon?
You confused them.
I did. Are they still confused?
As far those two are.
Up on the beach over here.
Yep.
Excellent. In which case, then I will maintain my concentration. But I will cast Shatter.
Mm-hmm.
What's the range on this? 60 feet. They're definitely closer than 60 feet. Yeah, cool. That's the range of 60 feet, sorry. 10-foot radius sphere. I'm only going to get one or other of them. Which one is looking more deadly?
They're both sort of
Sharks.
similar. Oh,
More
which
hungry?
shark?
Yeah, which shark's looking more like hungry? Sharks.
That one's the one that's got a graze from a harpoon on it, and it's got trailing a little bit of blood. The one more to the north is looking in fine feather.
Sweet. So I'm going to cast Shatter on the lower of the two,
Mm-hmm.
in the hopes that they take a bit more blood into the water and send it into a frenzy.
Yeah, go for it. It's all that damage. Con save.
Yep. And would they take any extra damage for it being thunder damage and then being in water?
It's
Or is it more
thunder,
lightning,
not
I guess?
lightning. Yeah,
It's true,
lightning.
But if you think about it, thunder is a concussion wave, and that's more damaging in water than it is in air.
Is it?
Yep.
Are
Mythbusters
you just
said so.
saying that?
What's the DC? Is it 13? I would have thought yours would be higher.
No, it's 13 is
Oh,
my...
is it 13?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 6. That takes 13 damage then.
Sweet.
Minus 13. Lovely. Taking 26. Lovely. Lovely. You doing anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Lovely. It's the Sawagan's turn. So this one is gonna roll a d10, see what he does. Oh no, is at the end of his turn. Or is it no, it's at the start, so he can see what he does. What does an 8 do?
An 8. 8 is good. I like 8. Let me have a little look.
8 is commit suicide.
The creature uses action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
It can't actually reach one of its...
If there is no creature within its reach, the creature does nothing this turn.
Actually, it can throw its spear at its mate, so it's going to throw its spear over there. So his buddy over here. So he's going to do that. He's going to make a ranged spear attack. Oh, fucking, he's going to crit as well.
Fucking bards. This is great.
Plus 7.
You just set up a little bandstand, just sit and watch the fight.
7. And you hear and a lot of guttural clicking coming from over there, and a lot of angry sort of hissing at each other. And that'll be his turn. The boy who's just had a spear sticking out of him, he is also going to roll a d10. See what he's going to do. A 6.
Surprise, surprise! The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Fucking hell.
They do get to roll a wisdom saving throw at the end of their turns to see if they end.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you. So the first guy who threw the spear, he rolls a 13.
That is what he needs
So
to get.
he's going to save. And then the next guy is going to roll a 7.
He does
So
not.
that guy's no longer confused, but the guy who got speared is still confused.
Cool.
I still forgot to put something on there to show he's confused. There you go. Lovely. But we also have these boys who are going to pop back up out of the water and make some attacks on Bear. So the first one, he's going to make a bite and then stab at you with his spear.
Okay.
So first one, bite. That's going to be a 7.
No. Hey.
Oh, actually, let me just double check.
Oh.
Bear, have you taken damage already?
No, actually.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. So he attacks with his bite, and then he's going to take attack with his spear. 19, I imagine, hits.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
That's 2 piercing damage.
Ow.
Oh shit, son.
The next boy is going to do a similar thing. He is going to bite. 12.
Oh yes. Damn it. I'm in bed.
That's 4 piercing damage. And
Got your
then
bow
stab
arm
with
on
his spear and hit as well and do 2 piercing damage. Wow, these guys are not rolling well.
Yeah. Are they rolling badly, or do they just have shite weapons?
Their weapons are pretty shite.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, are
but
these
also
all
they're
like
rolling quite
D12s that I'm just getting super fucking lucky on?
It depends on what the bites, less so. But they have a very nice thing where they get to roll with advantage if you've taken any damage.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, that'll be their turn.
Mhm.
Lovely, Zez.
So these little critters, right, that have popped up next to Bear.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast on the nearest one to me.
Yep.
And that's fucking both beams. Oh wow, that first one.
5. Are you for real? 5 beams?
No, just 2.
Oh, 2. Fucking hell.
Oh man, if I could get 5 beams.
Both of those hit. 1 damage.
Yeah,
Do you not have agonizing blast?
I do.
Does that not add your charisma modifier to it?
Does.
What is your charisma modifier?
3.
Oh.
So that's 13 damage all told then.
Yeah.
You should maybe add that to the attack.
I thought I had.
I mean, you clearly haven't.
Yeah.
So the
I
one
know
closest,
I haven't.
you shoot down into the water and hit him like high up in the chest, and you hear some cracking of bones and like a guttural squeal come from him, but he's still alive but looking quite hurt.
Good.
Lovely.
I'm gonna just take a step onto the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Just to test its weight bearing capabilities.
Yep, you're all good.
Oh, good. Because I'm a hefty boy.
How much do you weigh?
1,800 pounds.
Oh, fucking hell. Alrighty, is that at the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Herb.
Right. Can I hop onto the dock?
Yep. You can walk through the space where your party is.
Is this guy in the water?
That guy's in the water and he's looking quite hurt.
Is he within melee distance?
He is.
Then I shall melee him.
That is going to hit, and that is going to do him. Lovely. You doing anything else?
No.
Garrow.
I don't think he's paying attention.
Yarrow?
Lucky Sam.
Sam?
Sam?
Samuel.
Your
He
turn.
said he is here. He's just not doing shit.
All right.
Apologies.
Well, Eleanor just came back from work, and she was not able to vote. So she's now currently just running to the polling station to try and vote in time.
If she's
She
in the
gets-
queue outside when they
Yeah,
finish,
that's what she's going for.
How
she
far
literally
away is
just normal walk 10 minutes. So if she
Fucking no.
yeah, well, that's it. She left like a couple of minutes ago. So
Oh,
she's
okay.
currently just booking it. I've missed what has happened the last few turns. I'll
We killed a thing, but Auntie didn't dive into the water again, so I'm disappointed.
jump
a
in.
complete failure. Got it.
I kind of just stepped off the boat onto the dock and just sort of loosely swung my rapier into the.
Yeah, he didn't even mean to. It was just he landed a bit
I was
funny.
like, oops, I've killed another one.
Landed a bit funny. Stabbed a guy in the head.
I'll come over here and dick that
Alrighty, go for it.
guy. Okay.
Fucking hell. That's 6 damage and roll that double sneak attack.
Extra d6.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's 12.
Fucking savage.
And fuck, that is savage. And he is savagely dead.
Oh shit, son.
Ooh.
That's 41 damage.
Fucking hell.
I think that's overkill.
I think that's overkill.
Yeah, boy.
I would say, yeah. So
Yes, slimy get. Go back to the depths where you belong.
lovely. Then Bear.
There. Right. Well, I'll get in trouble if I don't do this first. Bear will run towards the fishy men. How much movement do I actually have? Give me a second. 40 feet. Ooh, how far are they? Where are they? Is this a cliff, this bit?
Yeah, that's about a 10-foot drop there.
Interesting. Fuck it. Bear's never been too sensible. I will try and run. Yeah, let's do. Hang on. One. It's hard being giant. Okay, so I'll get to here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another 5 feet of movement, which I presume I could use just to hurl myself off of a cliff
I
as
would say-
necessary.
Taking a running jump, I would say
Yeah.
if you landed, you could manage it to land it there. Either roll athletics or acrobatics for the landing.
Okay, but mid-air, I would like to rage, so I get advantage on the athletics check, and my magical effect goes off as well. So who knows what happened?
Oh,
God.
shit.
Oh
son.
god!
Let's see. Oh, I want to see this.
It's a 4, which
4.
is let me find it. 4 is until your rage ends, you gain a +2 bonus to your AC, and whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack, that creature takes force damage equal to your Constitution.
Well, that's pretty good. That's safe.
That's one of the more tame ones. So, and
So I would say you were able to land about here. That.
that's a 20 as well. Sorry,
that
where
was
was it?
very lucky.
I had
Yeah.
my screen open, so I didn't see where you said land. Sorry.
Sorry, you land about here. Manage you get a bit of extra space for that.
Excellent. And I'm not going to use my metagame knowledge or anything like that. I'll just end my turn there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Gork.
Yes. That's me. What am I gonna do? I do not know.
Just fight the sharks.
Yeah, I'm gonna just break out the old shatter again, really. Same person.
That one down here.
Oh, this little damaged boy.
Yep. Con save again. He's gonna roll a 18, unfortunately, so he takes half damage. So he's gonna take 5. Lovely.
That'll be my go. If I'm honest. I'm going to stay on the boat still.
All right,
Don't move
this
to
guy. So he is going to first throw his spear at Bear.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a crit. So that's going to be a 9 points of damage.
Is that so?
Just 9
half
points
of
of
that?
damage.
Cool.
Oh, half of that, yeah, because you're resistance. And
Yeah.
then he's going to charge in heedlessly, and then try and bite you.
Oh, hang on. How close to me was he?
He was over here.
That's more than 10 feet away. Never mind. Carry on.
So he's going to come in there, and he's going to bite you. So that's going to be a 17 to hit, which I imagine does. Yeah. Fuck, 2 points of piercing damage.
And he takes 3 force damage.
Oh fuck, yeah, you said.
Yeah. Victory! I come out on top.
So he tries to bite into you, but then like there's like almost like static electricity, like an explosion in his mouth, and he's just like his mouth kind of like pops off, and you hear like a crack from his jaw.
I thought you were about to say I killed him.
Oh no.
He bites me and dies.
Yeah, that'll be his turn. This boy, the other guy who's still confused, is going to roll his d10. A 10.
Oh shit!
He can finally have a turn.
He can act as normal, but he still has to roll the thing
A wisdom save at the end. All right, cool. He is also going to throw his spear at Bear.
Oh.
Doing 19 hits, 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Poor Bear.
Then he is going to run down here, use some of his movement to climb up on this little rock up here. Get there, and he's also going to try and strike with his claws at Bear. So it's 18 to hit, 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and he takes 3 back.
Oof. So yeah, he felt that. He's feeling a bit hard. He's feeling a bit rough. Yeah, that'll be their turn. Then it will be. Where's the fucking?
I don't want to say anything, but I think the sharks have fallen off the turn order.
Where's my
I
button?
assume they're just swimming around happily, truth be told.
Where's my? They're directly after the Sawagan.
So Eleanor didn't make it in time to vote, so when she gets back, I might just have to go. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Bear gets angry and punches things and takes
yeah,
damage and is bullshit. So
we shall carry on his legacy.
thank you.
No worries.
Wait, she did or didn't get a vote?
She didn't get to vote.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
I mean, literally, she had a 12-hour shift today. She was gone before the polls opened, and she only got back like really, really close to them closing. So, yeah, if we'd have known in advance, I'd have voted in proxy. But yeah, didn't find out her shifts until like 2 weeks ago.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, rubbish. No. All right, no worries,
I'll
mate.
stay as long as I can, but I'm
No
assuming
worries.
she's going to be back in 5-10 minutes, so I'll be gone probably after my next turn.
Yeah, that's fine. Lovely. Yeah, well, just because these guys are falling off the turn order, they do come right after the Sawagan. He's gonna jump up and bite you. So that's gonna be a 14 to hit. Oh no, sorry, it's a. Have you taken any damage at all?
Holes do look like things.
Gork,
Sorry, I got distracted by the news. What's going on?
have you taken any damage?
I have not taken any damage.
Does a 14 hit?
14. I don't think it does. Let me check.
Nah, that's fair enough.
No, it does not.
No worries. He misses. The final boy is also going to swim through here at you. He's also going to try and take a chomp at you. And that's a 20. That's
That will in
9.
fact hit me.
That is 9 points of piercing damage.
That seems a bit unfair.
And that'll be their turn.
That's
Zez.
I'm gonna try and fry this boy.
I'm not happy with this news, by the way.
I'm not happy with this news either.
You mean this news?
Ha! Yes. That news.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
Might be wrong though.
Oh God, I hope it is.
Yeah.
I was looking into it. It isn't often that wrong.
I know, but
10 minutes after they closed.
But it could be.
Oh God.
It's the
There's all them people run into the polling stations. They'll change it.
I mean, they're definitely closed now.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah.
it's a fairly tried and tested method, and they don't normally get it more than like half a dozen seats wrong,
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
which is not good.
Cool. Well, don't get sick, guys, because it's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
Cool. So, did I kill this squishy little
Don't think it
Tory
will.
bastard?
Was that 7 plus 8? Oh fuck yeah! No, you blast him off the cliff, and he falls in a crumpled heap into the
Right
surf.
into Bear's open mouth.
Yes, he is very dead. You doing anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Herb.
Right. Oh fuck. Are them sharks like under the boat?
They jumped, lunged over to get a gork.
Alright.
So they're right next to the boat.
Can I shoot that one with my rapier? My rapier with my short
Can you?
short bow.
Sure.
Do I still get sneak attack because I'm?
Yes, you do, because Gork is right next to him,
Yeah.
which is very lucky. So yeah, roll your sneak attack. Shit, 20 damage. 5 minus 20. Nice. That was a bad hit. You hit him. I'd say you hit him in the left eye, and he is thrashing around like a bastard.
Oh, I gotta get. Thanks, guys. Sorry.
No, worries, mate.
See ya, buddy.
See ya.
Hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Garrow.
Right. I have much rage. This shark boy will feel my wrath.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shitty sneak attack roll.
Oh wow, that is terrible. 15 damage though. He is looking like he's on his last legs. Well,
Sharks don't have
last
legs.
fins.
Yeah. Accuracy.
There's pink frothing sort of water all around, and it's getting very messy. Bear. So Bear is going to attack his last boy, and is just going to hit. And miss. But he's gonna attack with the other one. And hit. And fuck this. Oh, he fucks that guy up. That guy is dead. There you go. That'll be Bear's turn. Gork.
What am I gonna do? Those sharks are right next to me, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the sharks and Garrow have to make a con save.
Nailed it.
Oh, I was really hoping the guy would just get thrown off the boat.
One shark passes, the other doesn't. How much damage is that?
If one passes, they take 16 damage.
Uh-huh.
If it saves, I believe
I thought it was half damage.
it's half. Let me just have a
Half
little
damage.
read.
But the one that failed gets thrown back 10 feet as well.
Yeah, so that one dies. That one gets blown to chum. So Garrow takes 8 damage. This one takes 16 damage and gets knocked over there. But yeah, you fucked that thing. Actually, the Sawagan are dead. But it's actually the shark's turn. So he is going to quite angrily now swim around and look for slightly easier prey. He's going to jump up and try and take a chunk out of Zez.
Oh, well, just because I'm a big boy doesn't mean I'm an easy target.
Lovely. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I guess I am an easy target then.
Yeah. That is 19 points of piercing damage.
Oh. Owie.
And that will be his turn. Lovely. Zez is actually yours.
Cool. So, on the shark, some Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
He's earned.
Yeah. Yeah. You fucking. Yeah. He fucking earned it, and he takes it. Yeah. You fire 2 blasts into it, and just open up 2 craters in its side, and it's just blown to little bits. And by the time Pink Mist settles, everything is quiet. And that's the encounter. And that's a kill. Lovely.
One kill.
Are we going to carry on, or?
I would say, should we might as well just call it there for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
There are many things afoot.
There is.
Cool.
Alrighty. Fun stuff on the horizon for all.